can you tell me how they came together and how they agreed on this style of music? Because I assume that they did some kind of different music styles probably before that.
Well, I know my friend, the daddy, he played this very small guitar ever since we were small, and he continued to play that small guitar.
You mean the ukulele?
I'm not quite sure of the name.
All right.
I know a ukulele when I see one, but this is not exactly a ukulele. It's more of a small, very small guitar, I think. We took lessons from the same teacher. I played the clarinet, and the daddy, he was playing the very small guitar, and it was on the same street in Nashville, and we would always see each other coming to and from I'm very sorry, I get carried away once again. I know that he was performing with the very small guitar on the streets of Vienna at some point in his life, and then in the concert halls, I believe he once had the fortune of bringing some type of some pastries of some kind to Pavarotti when he performed at the Vienna Music Concert, something in Vienna. The others I don't know. I think one of them was in hip-hop, and the other, I'm not quite sure. Perhaps some type of electronic music, something with synthesizers, keyboards, and they all met through somehow playing music with friends, and at one point they said, we want to do something absolutely different, and they quit everything and decided to start CLOUDELVIS.
And that was a year and a half ago. About a year and a half ago.
I think you're right.
Okay. All right. Can you tell me about the musical inspiration of CLOUDELVIS? Do they have any musical role models? What do they get their inspiration from?
I think it's a large part is. Are you familiar with Bruce Springsteen?
Yes, I am.
Bruce Springsteen is the favorite artist of the Bitbanger, one of the boys in the CLOUDELVIS.
What was the name? Bitbanger?
Bitbanger. He loves the Bruce Springsteen. Oh, yes. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I can't. I'm not much for Bruce Springsteen, honestly. I think it's Bruce Springsteen, the small guitar music of the Grateful Daddy. He really enjoyed to play the blues on the small guitar, and something about the electronic music in the clubs. I remember Mr. Buddha telling me when I met him, and I think it's some mix of that.
All right, and how do they manage to bring all that together? Because that's a really different styles of music that you described to me.
Absolutely, it's more the feeling in these types of music. It's the feeling of change that comes in the blues. It's the feeling of freedom that comes. Freedom is also in the blues. Are you a blues fan?
Not really.
It's not for me either, I must say. But yeah, also the electronic music has a bit of, it's moving, but it's not moving. It's repeating without repeating. It's bringing you to a different place. It's a transportation, you could say, moving from where you were to a different place, where we all are. I think this is a way that they have brought these types of music together, because you're right, they were coming from very different backgrounds, but when you go from the place you were to a new place where everyone is, I think that things can be different then.
I think I get where you're going there. Yeah, I get that.
I know I'm talking all kinds of silliness, but I'm glad you can understand what I'm trying to say.
I will try to make something of it.
Fantastic.
That's my job as a
Aliza.
journalist.
Am I saying that right?
Alisa.
Alisa.
Yes, it's with a sharp S.
Alisa.
Yeah, that's right.